All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I'm Gunmala Kapoor. The headlines. 15th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas begins today at Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh. Home Minister Rajnath Singh says 10% quota for economically backward among general category is in tune with government's commitment to ensure development of all sections. Army Chief General Bipin Rawat calls for incorporating artificial intelligence and big data computing into defence system. Second Shahi Snan of Kumbh Mela at Prayagraj being held today on the occasion of Paush Purnima. Security forces killed 14 militants in an operation in Sinai Peninsula of Egypt. And India's Ankita Raina wins International Tennis Federation's women's tournament in Singapore. The 15th edition of the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas begins at Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh today. Around 6,000 NRIs are expected to take part in the three-day event, which is being organized in Varanasi for the first time. The theme this year is Role of Indian Diaspora in Building a New India. Several world leaders of Indian origin, including the Prime Minister of Mauritius, Pravind Kumar Jugnauth, will take part in the event and share their insights on the theme. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will formally inaugurate the event tomorrow, with Mr. Jugnauth being chief guest. The valedictory address and the Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Awards will be given by President Ramnath Kovind on Wednesday. The Youth Pravasi Bharatiya Divas and the Uttar Pradesh Pravasi Bharatiya Divas will be held on the opening day today. Information and Broadcasting Minister Rajyavardhan Rathore yesterday inaugurated several exhibitions, including a digital exhibition on the theme of Ek Bharat, Swachh Bharat, Sardar Patel and Gandhi ke Sapno ka Bharat. Speaking on the occasion, Colonel Rathore said,
केंद्र सरकार ने जिस तरह से काम करा है पूरे देश के अंदर, उसका एक छोटा सा रूप यहाँ पर इस एग्जीबिशन में लगाया गया है बीएचयू में। एक अनोखे ढंग से एक एंगेजमेंट के तहत इंटरेस्टिंग तरीके से अलग अलग योजनाएं, उसमें कितनी प्रगति हुई है, आंकड़ों सहित यहाँ पर दी गई है। हम यही चाहेंगे कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा स्टूडेंट इस पूरे क्षेत्र में जो रहने वाले लोग हैं आए और इस एग्जीबिशन को देखें।
Our correspondent covering the event has filed this report.
Kashi is all set to welcome NRI guests who have reached Varanasi from all over the world to participate in the PBD 2019. The annual cultural event Ganga Mahotsav also started yesterday in tandem with the PBD to showcase the spiritual aspect of the ancient city. The ghats of Ganga have especially been decorated to welcome the guests. Numerous cultural activities have been embedded in such a way that the delegates may get a very fulfilling experience. In afternoon, delegates will go to Banaras Hindu University to have an interaction with students there. Later in the evening, there will be cultural events showcasing dance and music of Uttar Pradesh. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Varanasi.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has termed the Opposition Alliance as a grouping for corruption, scams, negativity, instability and inequality. Mr. Modi said the opposition is staring at defeat in the forthcoming Lok Sabha elections and is looking for excuses ahead of their impending loss and thus are vilifying electronic voting machines. The Prime Minister was interacting with BJP booth-level workers from Hatangali, Kolhapur, Madha, Satara in Maharashtra and from South Goa parliamentary constituencies through video conferencing yesterday. Mr. Modi said the BJP's biggest contribution to Indian polity is organization-based politics. Talking about the government's decision to give 10% reservation to the economically weaker sections in the upper caste, the Prime Minister said the opposition parties would not have been so anxious if this decision was not effective. Mr. Modi rejected the allegation that the decision has been taken in view of the polls.
केंद्र की भाजपा सरकार ने इतनी बड़ी पहल की है। संविधान में संशोधन करके सामान्य वर्ग के गरीबों को शैक्षणिक संस्थाओं और सरकारी सेवाओं में 10% आरक्षण की व्यवस्था की गई है। किसी के साथ अन्याय नहीं होगा। एससी हो, एसटी हो या ओबीसी हो, सबके आरक्षण वैसे के वैसे ही बने रहेंगे।
Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh has said the new law guaranteeing 10% reservation to economically weaker sections of the general category in jobs and education is in tune with the government's commitment to ensure development of all sections. Mr. Singh was addressing a public rally at Nagpur in Maharashtra yesterday on the concluding day of the National Convention of the BJP's Scheduled Caste Cell. He said Prime Minister Narendra Modi introduced the new reservation to realize Baba Saheb B.R. Ambedkar's dream of an egalitarian society. The Home Minister said the Congress is trying to secure votes in the name of B.R. Ambedkar but nothing for him. Mr. Singh also said India became the fastest growing economy in the world in just 55 months under Mr. Modi, adding that this is the truth accepted by economists across the world.
आज हमारा भारत दुनिया में सबसे तेजी से आगे बढ़ने वाली अर्थव्यवस्था के रूप में खड़ा हो गया है। इतना ही नहीं, दुनिया के 10 देशों में जो भारत 4.5 वर्ष पहले 9वें स्थान पर था अर्थव्यवस्था के आकार की दृष्टि से, आज वो हमारा भारत 9वें स्थान से उछलकर 6वें स्थान पर आ गया है और अगले वित्तीय वर्ष में यह 5वें स्थान पर पहुंचेगा। 2030 आते आते हमारा भारत रूस, चाइना, अमेरिका में किसी को पीछे छोड़कर दुनिया के टॉप 3 देशों में आकर खड़ा हो जाएगा।
Army Chief General Bipin Rawat has called for incorporating artificial intelligence and big data computing into the armed forces system. General Rawat said that future wars are going to be fought in the cyber domain and it is important to start understanding the relevance of artificial intelligence and big data computing and how to incorporate this into the defense system. The Army Chief was addressing the valedictory function of the National Conference on Self-Reliance in Defense Manufacturing in Hyderabad yesterday.
We have to understand that we have disputed land borders on our northern frontiers, partially unsettled borders on our western sector, and the neighbor on the western sector has been indulging in proxy war for the past 30 years or so. So we don't see peace on the horizon anywhere in the near future. And therefore our armed forces have to be ever prepared. And prepared by imbibing new technologies, keeping pace with the advancements in warfare.
General Rawat said rapid advances in technology necessitated incorporation of the industrial sector into defense manufacturing. The Army Chief further said the defense forces needed equipment that was capable of deep viewing of adversaries' territories. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. You can also log on to our website newsonair.nic.in. The second main bath of the Kumbh Mela is being held today at Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh on the occasion of Paush Purnima. Massive security and other arrangements have been made by the Mela administration for peaceful bathing. The administration said over 60 lakh devotees are expected to take the holy bath, which marks the beginning of the month-long Kalpavas. Our correspondent has filed this report.
Large number of devotees are taking dip of trust and faith in Sangam. 1 month long from Paush Purnima to Maghi Purnima Kalpas also begins today. Devotees spend 1 month on the banks of Sangam in worship of their lords and taking holy dip in the river Ganga and Sangam. Kalpasis are one of the major part of the Prayagraj Kumbh Mela. Large number of devotees and Kalpasis were continuously reaching in the Mela area from yesterday. 8-kilometer long ghats have been developed at Sangam and 35 bathing areas are developed on the banks of river Ganga. Shashank Kumar, Kumbh Mela, Prayagraj.
A severe cold wave is sweeping Himachal Pradesh following fresh snowfall in high altitude tribal areas and rain at a few places. More from our correspondent.
The entire state is in a grip of cold wave condition due to light snowfall and rain in tribal areas. Meanwhile, light spell of snowfall is being experienced at high altitude areas of Lahaul Spiti, Kullu, Chamba and Shimla since last night. Weather department has issued the warning of heavy rain and snowfall at isolated places of high and mid hills of the state during next 36 hours. In view of heavy snowfall, all district administration has advised the local and tourists to take precaution and not to venture high altitude areas of the state. Sanjeev Sundaryal, AIR News, Shimla.
In Egypt, 14 militants were killed in an operation by the security forces in the restive northern part of the Sinai Peninsula. The security forces said their offensive involved clashes with militants in desert areas outside the city of Al Arish. They said the extremists had intended to plant roadside bombs in areas between Al Arish and the cities of Rafah and Sheikh Zuweid. In Mali, unknown gunmen have killed 10 Chadian peacekeepers in an attack on a UN camp at the Oglhok base near Kidal. The UN spokesman said in a statement that at least 25 others were also injured in yesterday's attack. The spokesperson said the United Nations multi-dimensional integrated stabilization mission in the Mali forces responded robustly and a number of assailants were killed. The spokesman demanded a robust, immediate and concerted response from all forces to destroy terrorism. India's Ankita Raina has won the International Tennis Federation's $25,000 women's tournament in Singapore. In the final yesterday, Ankita defeated top seed and world number 122 Arantxa Rus of the Netherlands 6-3, 6-2. She toppled four-seeded players in the tournament to win her first title of the season and 8th overall. Ankita came into the tournament after competing at the qualifiers of the ongoing Australian Open. The News Services Division of All India Radio, in its weekly bilingual live phone-in program, Public Speak, will bring you a discussion tonight on new regulatory framework for broadcasting and cable services. This can be heard on the FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. Listeners can ask questions on the experts in our studio on toll-free telephone number 1800115767. You can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by #AskAIR. This program is also available on Doordarshan DTH. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Subhadra Ramachandran.
Thank you, Gunmala. Karnataka Janata Dal Secular Congress regime's power game refusing to ease is covered by several papers. The DNA reports that Congress MLA Anand Singh was sent to hospital after an alleged brawl with party colleague J.N. Ganesh at Bengaluru's Eagleton Resort, where the lawmakers had been shifted 2 days ago to keep the BJP from trying to poach them. India set to beat UK as fifth top economy, is a headline in the Asian Age, within a year of surpassing France. India is now all set to beat Britain in 2019 to become the world's fifth largest economy, according to a report by global consultancy giant PwC with data provided by World Bank on the GDP of countries. Times of India reports that over 3.7 lakh children lodged in homes meant for care of children in vulnerable circumstances across India in 2016-17. Over 1.2 lakh were the offspring of a single parent who sent them to care homes to ensure their safety and well-being. The child often remains in touch with the parent and may later be reunited. The successful completion of the second Halo India Youth Games in Maharashtra is prominently covered by the Times of India. The paper reports that a great deal of new talent has been identified, creating a strong pool of sportspersons under various disciplines. The just concluded Youth Games have gifted us a new hero, a new star, and a new future medal winner almost every day. Freak weather to rise in India over the 2 decades is a top headline of Hindustan Times, pointing towards the rise in catastrophic weather events in India, including last year's Kerala floods and freak dust storms in northern India. The Indian Met Department has said that the year 2000 was a tipping point for the impact of climate change-led warming of the country, and scientists predict a cataclysmic fallout by 2040 if emissions are not contained. And finally, the Hindu writes that the Flamingo Festival had a flying start on Sunday at a picturesque Pulikat Lake near Nellore, where over 90,000 birds have come from faraway places to the second largest brackish water ecosystem in the country. Thousands of birds have built nests on Barringtonia trees to raise their offspring. With that, it's back to you, Gunmala.
Thank you, Subhadra. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. 15th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas begins today at Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh. Home Minister Rajnath Singh says 10% quota for economically backward among general category is in tune with government's commitment to ensure development of all sections. Army Chief General Bipin Rawat calls for incorporating artificial intelligence and big data computing into defence system. Second main bath of Kumbh Mela at Prayagraj being held today on the occasion of Paush Purnima. Security forces kill 14 militants in an operation in Sinai Peninsula of Egypt. And India's Ankita Raina wins International Tennis Federation's women's tournament in Singapore. And with that we end the morning news. Have a nice day.